Hello and welcome. I'm Peggy and I'm peeking behind all these beautiful flowers and plants. And I've looked forward to this for a long time. And Mita Armstrong is here with me. And Mita is a gifted person. And she is a master gardener. And she's a member of the Greenville Council of Garden Clubs. She's a flower show judge. And she's just a very gifted person, and I thank you, Mita. This is such fun. And she's got all this beautiful stuff to share with us, and she tells me that you and I can do something similar and not spend a fortune. And she has an Advent wreath she's going to show how to make, beautiful plants and things that you can start out for Thanksgiving, and then you can switch basic things, and it's Christmas. How could you beat that?
That's right, that's right.
Oh my, I can't stand it. I've got to tell people about this wreath down there.
Let's move this back here, because we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, that is so beautiful, Mita.
This is a
hydrangea wreath.
Hydrangea wreath. There's a secret to hydrangea wreaths that I have found, and that is that you cut them when they're fresh at the end, at the end of their blooming season, and then you immediately poke them on the wreath with wreath pins, and then let it dry in the basement.
Oh my.
And it just hangs in the basement.
So you want a cool, but if they don't have a basement, you want to find a cool place.
Cool place.
All right.
No sun, just a cool place. And then I have put a November wreath, a Thanksgiving color wreath. This is millet from a friend's farm. And then when Thanksgiving is over, which is kind of...
This is such a beautiful thing. And she said they're not that difficult to make, but you know, that's Mita. Maybe I would not be able to do it.
Well, it really
look at this. So there you have the same thing for Christmas.
Right. Exactly.
And will it last?
Oh yeah. Well, this has lasted since, August. So yeah.
Oh, how pretty.
And then,
so you just took the hydrangeas and wired them to the wreath.
Use a wreath pin, a little wreath pin, and stick it on there. And the trick is when they're nice and soft and fresh, because once they get dry, they get very brittle and it's difficult to do.
And this will last through the holidays?
Through the holidays, yeah.
Oh, that is just exquisite. And I love the colors. Now,
this is my favorite thing. I am an Episcopalian and one of the few people who believe in the 12 days of Christmas and Advent. So I try, in fact, I make an Advent wreath, and then do not do much decorating until the week before Christmas. Yeah. Then do the 12 days of Christmas.
Okay, come on over this way.
Oh, can you find me? Do the 12 days of Christmas, and that way, you're still enthusiastic for the whole 12 days. You don't have a letdown, a psychological.
Well,
letdown.
I get a little upset when you go in the stores at October and they've got all the Christmas stuff out.
Yeah.
Now could we move that over here a little bit?
All right.
Let's move this one over here.
Okay.
And put the Advent wreath up so people can see.
Now this is, you can buy this. This is a foam, and it's about $6.50, an Advent wreath, which I have
so
here.
You can, in other words, you could reuse this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just the plastic you can.
Now what is that?
And this is the wreath that I put tea olive from my yard that I grow. And let me pause a minute about...
Take your time, explain.
Tea olive is a wonderful shrub, and it blooms twice a year and has this fragrant.
And it's so shining and
pretty.
It is.
And
you put the water in the styrofoam.
In the oasis, and then you just simply stick the leaves in. And want to talk about the fact that if you're interested in doing greenery, you want to use something out of your yard, now is the time to plant. And when the weather is cool and the roots have a chance to rest and grow, and they're not worried about putting new growth out because it's too cold. So they're in there building their roots. So that's the time to do it. So I wanted to talk about that.
So what you did was just take these and
Yeah.
kind of stick them around.
Yeah. Yep.
So it looks very glamorous, but it isn't that hard, is it?
Well, and for Thanksgiving,
Oh, look at that. What a centerpiece.
then, let's see, I'm trying to find my little points. There's one. Just simply stick it in the oasis.
Oh, look. That's
And-
beautiful, Mita.
Well, it's real simple. I brought this in and made it 10 minutes before we went on the air.
And then you put a bow.
And then put a bow. You can put several if you wanted to. But I just, let's see, can they see this? Can y'all see that? Just put this by one. Or you can make little ones and
So what you really have is the cost of some ribbon and 4 candles.
yeah.
And you have a very glamorous centerpiece for your table or hall or whatever you
Well,
want.
right, and for Thanksgiving, you know, for a table arrangement, you want something low.
Yeah.
So you can see through the candles. So that's a perfect thing. And then for Advent, the 4 Sundays of Advent, I simply take these out.
Okay. I tell you, she's a magician.
And then
Oh,
I
how
take
beautiful.
these camellias are out from my yard. Now, the bad thing about camellias is that this is it. Once you cut it, it will not open anymore. But I needed 4, so I sacrificed.
So now you're going to use the pink and the purple.
Yes, and the pink one is for the 3rd Sunday for Virgin Mary Sunday. Some people like all purple, and that's fine. But I just like to remember
So you can mix
her.
whatever you want in
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
You can have all 4 purples if you want. And then it's wet in there now, but you can drip candle wax here and put the white one in
If you
for
wanted
the
to,
Christmas.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
then you do what?
then to add a little color, I put the camellias. These are debutante camellias out of my yard. You can put ribbon if you like. Let's see.
Of course, you are a flower show judge, and you've had much experience. But this looks simple enough
yeah.
that people without a lot of training could do.
That's right.
And these leaves are so shiny. They're beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. They're
Now,
happy.
you want me to put it down there so we can?
Now, let me talk about something else.
Okay.
And that is, if you want to get a form like this, that'd be great. But if you don't,
This is about $6, and of course you could reuse it.
reuse the
The
plastic,
frame, yeah.
not the oasis, because an oasis, once it dries out, that's it.
That's it.
So it has to
Okay.
stay, but
Okay.
this will stay damp from now until Christmas if you keep watering it.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
But you could take a pie plate and you
That's right.
take your candles and put drip wax and stick them in the 4 or the 5, and then put camellias or anything green in here in the water, and that's it. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Yeah. But this is elegant. Mita.
Oh, thank
really
you,
is.
thank you. Shall I put
here,
that down?
May I? I'll carry it around.
All right.
And then she has so many ideas, and she is a flower arranger as well, as you can.
Well, the interesting thing about flower arranging, my mother knew how to arrange flowers instinctively, and I never could get it from her. So I took flower show schools and learned how to do it. So it's learnable. If I can do it, you can do it. Now, if we want to talk about this guy, this is from kind of a sideboard.
There we go.
Oh, okay. We're just moving away here. This is Scotch broom. This is sarcococa. Sarcococa is a most wonderful shrub. It is, as a master gardener, I have to talk about botany a little bit.
Please share with us.
But it has, see the little teeny blooms? It'll bloom in January. It's just a mild fragrance. But this is a wonderful shrub for shade, and it does not get but about 4 or 5 feet. It's wonderful for foundation planting if it's in the shade. And it has, not on this one, but it's got berries, and it makes babies like crazy.
Okay, so it grows.
Oh yeah, yeah, very happy, but it doesn't get real tall. So that's a wonderful shrubbery.
And this, you've just kind of a variety.
Right, and what I've done here is a basic form, a right triangle, the dominant line, the second line, and then the third line.
So you want like steps. You want the tall one, and then something medium and short.
No, long and then short.
Okay.
And then that's your skeleton, and then you just fill in.
Okay.
And so I have filled in, and I'm gonna add a little bit more.
This is pretty too.
Now that's ferns. And I have separated them, and so instead of the whole long frond, I've cut it up so I have a whole lot of little ones. And this is your filler. This is filler too. Your line, filler, and interest, your flowers. And
of course, this would be fall or Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Advent kind of thing.
Well,
you know, this isn't Christmas yet.
No, Thanksgiving. So add a little bit more, maybe some hypericum berries. These aren't these cute? And put those in. And the reason I'm putting them in now is when I transform them, I hope to remember to keep them in there.
You just want to, they're beautiful. This is lovely. And this would be for a hall table? Or,
a sideboard.
Because people couldn't see it. You wouldn't want this on a centerpiece.
No, and your rule of thumb for a centerpiece is you put your elbow on the table, put your hand up, so you can't see.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
so that,
and
you just fill it in however you want.
Yeah, but you try to do dark up at the top of interest, and you've got your 1, 2, 3 interest. I put a fourth one over here to give it a little depth. Okay, now Thanksgiving is over, so
out they go.
Yep.
Now this is pretty, these berries over here.
Yeah, and I'm going to
We could leave that in there.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, now what do you need?
Let's see.
Can I hand you something?
I'm going to use...
This?
No, not those yet.
Okay.
Let's see, we're going to use...
While she's getting this together, I'll just say that for those of you close enough, the Kilgore-Lewis house has a December the 8th free with their house all decorated. It's a beautiful historic house in downtown Greenville. That's open to the public. And then there's a big symposium that the Master Gardeners have every year in February, and a plant sale in February. No, that's in March.
No, in April.
No, they've got all year long. And the Master Gardeners are connected with Clemson University.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can also learn to be a Master Gardener.
Oh, yeah, and you certainly could.
Now, I think they're giving me signals. I have to see through the flowers. We're going to go to a quick break and come back, so we have more to share with you.